last episode of Monday Night Raw, the WWE World Tag Team Championships were free from from Finn Balor and JD McDonough, which, thank the Lord, we've been begging them to take the title off of them. But the real thing is how Finn Balor and JD McDonough ruined Raw's tag team division. Now, but before we get into today's video, I would love for you guys to drop a big thumbs up down below and hit the subscribe button, because it gives you notifications every single time I post a brand new video, and I post every single day. So click it. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. So, we are talking about how Finn Balor and JD McDonough ruined Monday Night Raw's tag team division. Now, JD McDonough and Finn Balor were the World Tag Team Champions. Ready to hear this ridiculous number? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. If you were, oh my god. How long they held these tag titles for is ridiculous. They held these tag titles from June 24th, 2024 to December 16th of 2024. 175 days from June 24th to December 16th. They held these championships for almost 200 days with let me repeat this, 3 title defenses. And it took 100 days for them to get their first title defense. You see the problem here? That's where that was a longer title reign than Finn Balor and Damian Priest's title reign from October 16th of 2023 to April 6th of 2024. That is insane. That is insane to me. These two as tag champions, they are going to be down as the worst tag team champions of all time. They barely even showed up to Monday Night Raw with the titles. And Finn Balor was not even worried about the tag team championships. He was worried about Damian Priest and Damian Priest's eye to get the World Heavyweight Championship. Finn, you were the World Tag Team Champion, and you decided to go after that title and go in a singles feud, especially now in the beginning of the reign when they first won the titles. It makes sense to get Finn and Liv and JD and to get Liv on the Judgment Day side and kind of build that Rhea Liv feud. You know what I'm saying? The dominant Liv romantic stuff. But they should have lost them like 2 months after this, or a month. Because after that, they did absolutely nothing with these tag titles. They literally had them somewhere in the Judgment Day's clubhouse, kept them there for like 100 days, barely showed them on TV. And when they did, they had no tag team rivalries. They had no tag team feuds, no tag team championship feuds, or any of that stuff. They just were the placeholders for that. And meanwhile, when SmackDown's tag team division was flourishing, literally flourishing. New tag champs on a random episode of Monday Night Raws, or SmackDowns, Friday Night SmackDowns, and just good quality matches for the tag team championships. Now, don't get me wrong. If Triple H didn't keep having Finn Balor focus more on his individual singles career more than his World Tag Team Championships, their reign would have gone down in history as the worst tag team reigns in history. They would have actually gone down as decent champs. And don't get me wrong, I would like to see JD McDonough and Finn Balor in the future to be World Tag Team Champions again, or Tag Team Champions again. But this time, when they win the titles, they better be focused on the titles. They better be focused on retaining the titles. They better be focused on just staying at the titles. Finn Balor should be going off and wandering on some singles journey right now. He should not, bro. And when I say they ruined the Raw Tag Team division, they ruined it. They literally ruined it. They barely had any matches. They barely had any matches defending it. They barely had any promos. They had no matches having a match. There was even no tournament. There was barely any number one contenders for those titles. There was no matches to get a number one contendership shot at these titles. Like, Triple H completely ignored them. But these two holding the titles and barely even showing them on screen did not help at all. I feel like these two could have shown the titles a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't understand. They also had they also had 3 defenses. 3. That means they defended it like once every 50 something days, which says a lot. Why didn't they defend the titles more? I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I remember why. Oh, that's because Finn Balor was too focused on Damian Priest because he thought, oh no, Damian Priest is gonna win a championship again. No, he can't do that. While JD McDonough was playing 2K with Carlito. You heard me right. JD McDonough was worrying about 2K, playing 2K with Carlito, instead of focusing on his World Tag Team Championships. That right there is a problem. Please, WWE. Please, do not ever do this with any of the Tag Team Championships. Ever again. Because this really just told us how bad the Raw Tag Team division is. And there is good tag teams in the Raw Tag Team division that WWE didn't even try to attempt to have a Judgment Day have a match with them. That's what the problem is. And I do think the problem should have been something completely different. I'm going to pop on the screen in a couple of minutes. Tag teams that literally could have, that Judgment Day or Finn Balor and JD McDonough could have actually had tag team defenses against, and their possible predecessors. And here's the first one. These two, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, the LWO. They were a part of the number one contenders match for the tag team championships in like November. But guess what? That was the first and only time that Adam Pearce finally decided, you guys need a number one contenders match because you haven't defended those titles ever. They would have been great. These two would have been great people to literally have JD McDonough and Finn Balor lose the titles too, and the world would have been fine. This would have been completely fine. And I feel like nobody would have a problem with it. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. But the lack of effort and put in effort in like showmanship for those tag titles was weak in this title reign. Here's another one. American made. Even though I don't really like them, Brutus and Julius could have had a good title defense. Could have had a great tag team championship match. And Finn Balor and JD McDonough could have defended their tag team championships against these two. So, I just don't understand. I still don't. This just brings me to the point. Why wasn't there more tag team championships defenses? And here's a good example of tag teams that could have faced the Judgment Day, where you could have built storylines with American Made, Julius Creed, and the Creed brothers versus JD and Finn, bro. It's not that hard to think of story. I know it's not that hard. Again. I know Triple H wants to continue that what's it called feud, the Damian Priest and Finn Balor feud. Then why did you make Finn Balor the tag team champions? Actually, I understand. It was to further the story with Liv interfering with Judgment Day's business and like infiltrating the Judgment Day's core and stuff like that. I get it, but you didn't have to keep him. You didn't have to keep the titles on them for 175 days. You did not. You did not have to do that. Akam and Razor, the Final Testament. This is not even a good option. But here's a tag team you could have had the least defended against. Had a decent match and had some tag team you could have defended for. I forgot to put the New Day on this list, but put the New Day. The New Day. They were baby faces. You could have done that. Oh my God, there were so many tag teams. Oh, the New Day, bro. And I understand that this is booking. Obviously, it's not JD McDonough and Finn Balor's fault for not defending their tag team championships. I get it. It's Triple H's. Triple H books the SmackDown tag team division phenomenally, which that could be a whole separate video. The Raw tag team division is kind of booty. Let's be real. The SmackDown tag team division gets treated with love. It's love and care. The Raw, I don't care. It's all news. All news. Get ready. And you could still finally still make it good. I promise you could have made it good. Let's see here. The Viking Raiders of Ivar and Eric finally have the titles on them. And I am really hoping that Triple H has the Viking Raiders. No, it's not the Viking Raiders. Vince McMahon mind here. The War Raiders be better tag team champions than they were. JD McDonough and Finn Balor. I really hope they do. I really hope he does, because that was a terrible reign. They had the reign. Finn Balor and JD McDonough are literally the worst tag team champions of all time. No doubt. The worst of all time. Again, leave your comments down below if they are the worst tag team champions of all time. And do you think the War Raiders will do better than Finn Balor and JD McDonough? Anyway, that's the end of the video. That was just basically me saying how JD McDonough and Finn Balor ruined the division. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye.